Hi guys, it's Gareth here, aka Rookie, and welcome to my Friday vlog. Way! So, I know exactly what the title of this video is going to be, so before I go into the secret plan, I'm going to talk about my channel. Basically, I have decided to monetize all my vids because I want to improve what I'm doing on here, and I need to be able to throw money in it. And the only way I'm going to throw money is if I get money from ads from it. So I'm putting ads on here, which means I can hopefully buy games and try to do a bit more games, or buy props and but maybe buy a proper actually camera so I can actually do some proper filming when I go to gigs, when I do my vlogs rather than using the webcam. So yeah, so I monetize my vids, I've monetized all my back catalogue, and we'll see how that goes. Probably I'm not going to enough views anyway to actually make money, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll find out. On that, also, my videos get reviewed, so they may be delayed unless I upload them really early. But hey, we'll see what happens. So, my secret plan reveal. I can finally talk about it after all the fears and trepidations. Basically, I'm moving to Glasgow. Yes. So basically, I started talking about the secret plan in November, basically after I went on the Alter Sky tour up there. So basically, I decided at the end of that I needed to move to Glasgow, and the reason that is, some of you hear me talk about it before, that basically I'm really lonely here in Southampton. It was, it's good for work-wise, but it was probably my social life has completely died, and I don't even go out, and my anxiety's probably got a little bit worse. I feel a lot better when I'm up there in Scotland. I made quite a few friends up there, so it's kind of, to me, it became a no-brainer. So I saw the company I work with, basically their website, basically on the job list, there was a job doing exactly what I do now, but up there in Glasgow. So I decided, heck, I'm going to apply for it. I'm going to apply for a transfer, and literally today I signed the contract, and I am now moving. So I'll be moving Easter weekend. I'll be moving to Glasgow. I've still got to find somewhere to live up there. I mean, I've got nowhere to live at the moment. I've put my nose on this place here, so this place will be gone, but I will be gone. So basically, April I'm moving, which is going to be fan-fucking-tastic, pardon my language. Gotta stop swearing too much these days. So yeah, I'm going to be moving up to Glasgow, which is going to be probably the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me. I mean, in that, there's also a few things in there, and the job's slightly different because it's a slightly different region. I mean, work's going to be different. I'm going to be helping set up something, so I'll be building something from scratch, which is going to be amazing. But also on that, I'll also be working in Manchester as well, a couple of days a week for the next 6 months as well. So that means I'll be in, not also in Glasgow, but also be in Manchester. So I'm going to try to use it to my advantage and try to go to gigs in Manchester when I'm in Manchester. So trying to use it free travel, which I'll get from the company. So it's it's a plus for me. It's great for me. I mean, it's going to give me that social need that I think I'm missing in my life. It's always about that work-life balance everyone keeps talking about, and I had life in Swansea, but my work was terrible, and now here I've got really good work, but my life outside of work is terrible. Well, it is terrible because I basically have no life really outside. I have no friends here. So hopefully when I get to Glasgow, it'll be here, or it'll both be up here, which is the plus, hopefully. But yeah, so I'm moving up to Glasgow, which means I've got to find somewhere to live. God, that's a nightmare, trying to find somewhere all the way from here. So I'm going to have to fly up there sometime in March to go and view places. Hopefully I can find something really easy on the first try. But yeah, that's gonna be a nightmare. So it's gonna be good. I can't wait for the move. I've been wanting to talk about it for ages, but now the contract's all signed and delivered, I can talk about it. I mean, I can't talk about specifics of the contract, obviously, because that's private stuff anyway. But yeah, I am moving to Glasgow. I will be living in Glasgow in April, which means I won't be going to any gigs up until after I've moved. I mean, I've maybe tweeted one or two bands, or direct messaged and private message to band members who've, gigs I said I would be going to, and then I said, I can't actually now because of this, that, and the other, and I've let them know, and they kept the secret as well, and so it's been good. So I'm moving. Yes. So we're going to move on with the rest of. Well, actually, I can talk about Manchester as well, because that's part of the whole thing. I went to Manchester this week. Some of you might have seen on my Twitter. Basically, I flew up there and flew back. Now, my problem with flying, I flew to Manchester. Yeah? I can drive to Manchester in 4.5 hours. Well, it would probably taken me 5 hours in the morning. So, but I got to where I was going, door to door. I'm talking now, would have been sort of 5 hours that morning, and basically with flying and everything and public transport, door to door was 4 hours. So only saved like an hour of time. And on the way back, it took me 3.5 hours to get home, when it would take me 4.5 if I'd driven. So it's like, what? yeah, but yeah, it was really good. The thing that's my problem with flying. Also, taxi drivers in Manchester. Actually, thinking about it, I was going to say that taxi drivers in Manchester, they're really quite really, closed off. But then I suddenly realized actually the problem is probably because I was wearing a suit and I had a laptop and everything. I was looking like kind of like really official type. Instead of my normal sloppy self. So that's probably why they were very quiet. It's probably actually me looking the way I did at the time. It's probably not them. But Manchester Airport, I got to go into the exec lounge because that's what they got me, because I think it was the only ticket left available for the flight, which was really good. I actually got to I got to go in there, which is really nice and posh. Unfortunately, by the time I got to the airport, gone through security and got to the exec lounge, basically my book on the gate board is calling like go to gate, go to gate, go to gate. So literally I sat down, cup of tea and sandwich, so I stuffed the sandwich in my mouth, had a sip of tea and then left. So I didn't really get the benefit of it at all, apart from maybe a sandwich. But yeah, they're really nice and posh. Obviously the food and stuff there is included, which was great. So that was really, really good. And this move is I've had to do say a lot of goodbyes to a lot of people, and I'll have to probably say a lot more. And I feel really bad about saying goodbyes because though I say I have no friends, I have people I know. There's people in bands that I know that are only local, so probably won't ever play up there. Well, not until they get a bit bigger, which some bands it'll take years, some bands it's really quick. So you never know. So you never know. I may see them next year. They may be playing Scotland. I probably will fly down to see them again. But yeah. And then also the people I work with, I feel like I'm letting them down in some ways. It's really bad. That's a lot of talk about secret plans. So I'm going to try to get through the rest of my week so it's all fitting in. So I'm going to do it a little bit quicker. So I went to my friend's wedding on the weekend. It was really good because I saw a lot of the old friends who I also had to say goodbye to as well. So it was really good. The hotel I stayed in, really, really posh hotel. Even though it was discounted, it was still like 75 quid for the night, which is kind of really expensive. And it was really nice posh breakfast. You get the same standard breakfast now these days wherever you go, which is like a buffet on the like bread and things like that. But then the actual cooked breakfast is brought to you. It's exactly the same thing in every place. There's nothing more fancy. I had the same breakfast for £3. God knows how much that breakfast would have been. Probably I'd say probably about 15 quid, but it wouldn't have been worth 15 quid. That hotel's really nice. The only problem I had with that hotel is that it cost, that the shower, I've had better showers in Travelodges. That shower was terrible. Really terrible. It was like hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. It did not stay at a constant temperature. In the end, I just said, you know what, it's better just have a shower when I get home. So I did. So, yeah. So with that, I've seen this. You might have seen this Twitter, but I think I fell when I was drunk. I'm not 100% sure, but my shoulder here, I pulled it out, or I've done something to it because it really hurts. And it's okay normally, as long as I'm trying to lift something or driving. When I drive, after about 10 minutes, this shoulder really starts killing. But hopefully, they'll pass. Because I didn't have to drive when I went to Manchester. That was really good. It actually hurt that day, but still hurting. I got a cut back here, which I didn't notice on the day it happened, but I noticed it 2 days later when I was at work because I was just rubbing my head and then blood came off when I knocked the scab. Yeah, it wasn't good. Also, as I mentioned driving earlier, I'm having problems with my car. Well, not problems. I need to clean is the word, because I can't actually see out through my mirrors at times now because it's that filthy. I need to clean it. I mean, the inside of the windscreen, because it's been cold and I've been rushing. I've actually got a cloth and I've wiped it rather than let it demist, and because I left streaks now, so when the sun shines, I can't really see out of it, which is which is really, really, really scary. And I've tweeted about this, I think. I've definitely Instagrammed about it, but basically I'm getting nicknames from bands. I think I have 5. Some of them are really old, but there's at least 3 of them which are kind of recent, which is really good. And I like that, when a band gives me a nickname at the start off, I didn't like it, but it's kind of good, that they're that comfortable with you that they're giving you a nickname. And it's not because they don't know my name. It is generally as an affectionate thing. And last but not least, this is something that happened today. I'm going to leave you on this note. Can't believe I'm talking about this. But yeah, basically, a guy at work today finished work, his last day at work, so he finished. And we joked that one of the people I work with, basically, when some other guy left, he slapped her on the arse and she felt really awkward about it. So we jokingly said that, it's now a leaving tradition when you leave, you've got to slap her on the ass. So he then did go and slap her on the ass. But he then came over and said, right, it's your turn now. So I jokingly leant over my desk and I really did stick my arse up in the air. And basically he then went on my ass. Oh, yeah. I was kind of shocked because I wasn't expecting to do it, but he did it. And people said, what do you expect him to do? I was like, fair enough. But yeah, so I got my ass slapped today. Anyway, guys, I'm having an awesome week, and I hope you guys did. And as always, have fun.